Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
I must be. Go back grill, back in tilt. Get on my neck, come here chick. Funny good shit. No mistakes. Mama said I'ma be great. Go back grill, back in tilt. Get on my neck, come here chick. Funny good shit. No mistakes. Mama said I'ma be great.
Yeah, niggas is getting inside. Spotlight, 9 out of 9 on my 9. Spotlight, flow like a river at night. Aye, they want a piece of the pie. Aye, oof. Sen getting am lilo, sen getting am foot. Samma hit, ik vill in doet. Pette i bibon, pette i juice. Tiba pete isama gotak na loot. Getting a skirt. Chicken kushe, she. We putting it work, now we getting paid. The family fed. We putting it work, now we getting paid. The family fed.
Go back and grill, back in tilt. Get on my neck, come here chick. Funny good shit. No mistakes. Mama said I'ma be great.
Yeah, niggas is getting inside. Spotlight, 9 out of 9 on my 9. Spotlight, flow like a river at night. Aye, they want a piece of the pie. Aye.
No mistakes. Now need to tick. Get up to your foot, see. Tick. It'll go shit. I got get the drip like a dentist. Yeah, I do not practice. Now you can also the business. Keep it as a fool, boy. We in the jungle. Like a good draw. From the town, Mauka Bua. Agnadam, Laukazam, Pandazak, then I'm done. Do my link grill. Back in the tail. Get on my neck. Come here, check. Funny good shit. No mistakes. Mama said I'ma be great.
Yeah, niggas is getting a side. Spalai, 9 out of 9 on my 9. Spasai, flow like a river at night. Aye, they want a piece of the pie. Aye, yeah, niggas is getting a side. Spalai, 9 out of 9 on my 9. Spasai, flow like a river at night. Aye, they want a piece of the pie. Aye.
Yo, what's good? It's your main man in the building. It's easy, baby. What it is, what it do. What's good, baby? Yeah. What's good? It's Booty Club, baby. It's Booty Club, baby. It's in the building. Haven't done this in a while, man. You know, I had to bring the fire when I came back. You know, it's been a while. It is what it is. Roll low, fresh, baby. Yeah. It's Booty Club, baby. It's your host with the most easy. You know what it is. We out here. We're doing it big. Let's see how many people we got. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Join in. We ain't gonna start this thing if it ain't our people. Join in. Share the link, everybody. Post it up. How's everybody doing, man? Yeah. Booty Club, baby. Booty Club. Join in. Share the link with everybody. Let's keep it rolling. We got a legend in the building today, you know. And when you have legends, you can't play with this thing, man. You know. I'm just sharing the link quickly to a couple of people because I didn't share this one like I usually do. So I'm just gonna quickly share it quickly. Just give me a sec. And then let's go. Join in. We got the main man in the building. One dog, one line. You know what it is. It's your host with the most easy. Booty Club, baby, is in the building. It's been a while. I haven't seen you homies in a long time. How's everybody doing? Talk to me. Let me know how you're doing. Let's start this thing off right. You know, I like to know how the homies is doing. How's everybody feeling? You know how it is. You know. We just gotta do it, you know. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what's up. How's your day going? I know some of y'all going to work tomorrow, so you ain't gonna be live, and you catch it maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. But hit me up in the comment section. Let's go. Let's make this thing hot, baby. Let's make this thing hot. Hit me up and join in. Join in. Share the link, everybody. Let's let everybody hit it up. I'm just gonna share this link quickly. You know. Just quickly copying this link quick and sharing it, you know. So everybody can join in, so I can share it to the groups and stuff. Where's my copy thing? It's not shared like it usually is. I can't find it. Where is it? I'm not sure. Hit me up in the comment section. Tell me how you feeling, man. Tell me how you feeling. Tell me how your day's doing. Tell me about all that, man. Let's go. Hit me up. Yeah. I see you, my homie. Yeah, Marco. What's good, brother? He's asking me how I'm doing. I'm doing good, man. How are you, man? How you doing, man? You ready for this show? It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be better than ever. Let me know if you're ready. Take the link, everybody, and share it. I can't seem to share the link for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I can't find my copy thing anymore. But yeah, take the link and copy and share it, and then let's go and start this thing off right? So today we got a special guest in the building, all the way in California. We got my main man, Fabian Chichester, I think. He's gonna correct me if I said that wrong. But yeah, that's my home with a one dog, one line, you know, man. The guy who started that whole movement, and everybody now is doing it. We saw them doing it with Miyagi, with Dex, a whole lot of dogs, man. They use one dog, one line. It started from this man that we're talking to today. We're gonna be talking to today, and he did. We know him from Remy Line, Remy Life. He had a clothing line. He's the first one to start a clothing line. A kennel club from a one dog. Can you believe it, man? Can you believe it? One dog and then all of that stuff. Come on, my homies, hit me up. You know what it is. We're going to put on my homie right now. I'm just going to play the intro real quick, fast first, and then we're going to go straight into it. Everybody join in. Booty Club is live. Booty Club is live. Join in. You're going to miss the show, man. Join in, man. Y'all is tripping today. Join in. Let's go. I know I did it a bit later than I usually do it, so I know it's a little bit of a hassle, but yeah, it is what it is. Let me put on my homie right there. He said he's yeah. Let me put my homie, what's he say? He said, wait, let me put him up so you can see him. Yeah. Trap Exotics, the most exclusive exotic on the planet. Caveman sends our best wishes, and we can't wait to see the guest, be a guest on the show. Yeah, we're going to do that, man. We're going to do that real soon. Let me hit up the intro, and then we go straight into showing up my homie. Let's go. This is the intro.
I wish I could take it to the old days with a vibe, but I think what a mistake, yeah. Floating up a girl was a okay. It's a vibe in my crib, we should rotate, yeah. Feeling inside, it's time to get wild. It's so we right, you should come on my side. I'm just trying to take it to the old days. Bring that vibe up the drink, not a mistake, yeah. Got all my girls, yo, we pull out squad deep. Henny inspired, wait, what more do I need? Niggas always thinking it's about them.
Yo! Let's go. It's Booty Club in the building. You know what it is. Ololo fresh, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get my homie in there. We got the homie, the main man himself, Fabian Chichester in the building. Share the link, everybody. Share the link so we can get the people out there. Yeah, I'm just trying to unmute him right there. Why is not unmuting him? So y'all can have him on there. Let me get my homie on there, man. Ooh. Yo, I'm gonna have to. Can you call me again, Fabian? Let's do this again. Just call me back. Just hang up because that one is corrupt for some reason. Yeah. Call me back. And then we're gonna put him on right now. I'm just waiting for him to give me a call. Yeah. It's Bullet Club, baby. He's in the building. There we go. Let's get him on. Yeah. Let's go. We got Fabian in the building. Fabian Chichester, Remy Line. You know what it is. That's my homie right there. He's on the building. Yeah. What's up, my main man, Fabian? How you doing, man?
What's good? Today's a tough day because today is election day in America.
Oh yeah.
So having a show on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
On election day, you're not gonna get a lot of probably people on.
Yeah,
but it's all good. We'll make it happen.
They get on after. It's not a big deal. They get on after because we post it up on YouTube and everything, and we have it on live. Yeah, so they hit it up and the chicks. But a couple of my South Africans are on. They on. Let me put them up. Let me see what this is.
Much respect to you guys.
Yeah. Shout out to my homie. He's on. He's live. I know it's a Tuesday, man. People are going to work and everything. I usually do it on a Sunday, but we couldn't do it that Sunday. So
right.
Yeah, we have to do it on a Tuesday anyway. Bully Club don't sleep,
all
baby.
Good.
Baby, Bully Club don't sleep. Yeah, my homie Bully View in the building. Please start a watch party out there. Let's get the people out. He's gonna help us out. That's what it is. Yeah. I support you, homie. That's what it is. We got all the people out there. All right, Fabian. What's up?
What's good?
You good?
Good, man.
Why are you not voting?
Good. I can't complain. What's that?
Why are you not voting today?
I voted.
You voted already?
I did vote.
Oh, okay.
I already voted, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. At least, man.
I did
At
vote.
least. I thought I was talking to a non-voter.
No. I mean, shit. I mean, that's the only thing that for America that people fought for was freedom to vote. Right to vote, freedom of speech. So if you don't even participate in that, I'm not even from America, but I live here, so I participated in one of the privileges.
Exactly. Where you from? Since you said you're from America, I was telling people you're from America. Guyana. Oh,
From
okay. Okay,
Guyana,
I see.
yeah.
Oh, you got that island look. You look like Shaggy with the hair and everything right now. Sweet.
I
So
know
tell the people, my
this
homie.
is madness, man.
Yeah, tell the people out there, man. How did you get into the bullies? When did you start? And like the whole story of like how you got into this thing. I know there's a lot of interviews out there, but I'm sure, I mean, the ones that haven't seen it, they will see it now because this is Bully Club, man, and it's doing it for Africa, man. So they 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 get to know now, you know.
Well, I wasn't into the bullies. I was actually into the at that time was the pit bulls.
Oh yeah.
Um, and back then, pit bulls was pretty much, when you see you got a pit bull, the first thing I say is like, how big is it? The bigger the better.
Yeah.
All this little stuff. You couldn't show up at anywhere with some little dog. You had to have a big old tall red nose. You'd be like, I got a purple heart red nose pit bull. So that's what I was into, red nose pit bulls. I wasn't into the game style pit bulls. Just wasn't my thing. I was more into just a big weight pulling, big pit bull.
Yeah.
Correct. And then the bullies just started to evolve. It wasn't here yet.
Yeah.
It just kind of became bullies, with us starting to change the pit bull look.
Yeah.
So that just kind of started to evolve with some breeders that started changing the looks, and then all of a sudden it just kind of took off, and all of a sudden we had the American bully.
Yeah.
Same as we had the American bullies, and then the exotics just kind of started to start, and then now we have the exotics. So it's just a different stage in the dog game, pretty much. This was for me. I've been in dogs as more of like pets in the beginning, but as of like seriously seeing myself as a breeder, I would say it would be like 1996. 96. Yeah. That's when like I mean, because I was breeding kind of dogs and selling in the papers, like, $50, $100, $200. But big money breeding, I would say like 97, 98 is when I started, like, there was money in the dog game.
Yeah. And it started working out. Sweet.
Right. It started working out. Yeah.
And then at one time you didn't get your first bully. I'm supposing it's
so
Remy,
my
right?
first I told a story the other day, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
My first dog came from Ed Shepherd.
Oh yeah. So he was.
Now here's a crazy story. So Ed Shepherd bought a dog named Blackjack from Richard Baharas, who owned Gotti and so forth.
Yeah.
And he bought that dog named Blackjack. And then his first breeding, he bred Blackjack to Sheba.
Mm-hmm.
I was Ed Shepherd's first client.
Oh yeah.
And I bought a puppy named Buddha from him. And I'm like, because when I saw Blackjack, I was like, whoa, like God, like it just messed me up. I was just like, I never seen nothing like that. That was like the baddest dog I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Muscles, everything.
Yeah.
I bought a dog named Buddha, and you buy a dog, you think you have the one. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done no research. I wasn't following anything. I just went and got the dog, and I'm like, Buddha's gonna be like Blackjack, and if Buddha looks like Blackjack, I'm gonna be killing the game.
Yeah.
And at that time, you gotta remember there was no like social media.
Yeah.
At that time, we had one board called a message board, MSN message board. So if you had to talk to people, you had to go to yards. There was you had to send pictures. Like there was no like social media and all that type of stuff at that time. So everything was word of mouth and so forth. So I bought Buddha. The next thing I know, I'm on the internet. Now back then, everybody had websites. Nobody was like there was no Facebook. So you had to have a website. So I named my kennel Big Fade Pits. I'm like, Big Fade Pits. I'm going to be Big Fade Pits. That was the name of my kennel. So I got on the website and started just searching, and then I started noticing different dogs. Then I came across the Razor's Edge type of dogs, and at that time it was gray line. There wasn't a Gotti line then; it was gray line.
Gray line, okay.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Razor's Edge dogs. I'm looking at the gray line dogs, and I was like, well, I kind of like that look a little bit more boxier.
Yeah.
And just to fast forward, just pretty much like everybody else, you start looking at your dogs, you start looking at other people's dogs, and you're like, maybe Buddha isn't going to be the one. You know what I'm saying? and I always tell everyone this: you only could do this game, and I hate to use the word game, but you only could be a breeder when you fed a dog and loved the dog, and you thought this was the dog that you could sell.
Yeah.
Because you got to separate your pets from your breeding stock.
Of course.
Your breeding stock is something that anybody could walk in your yard and offer $1 for it, offer an amount for it.
Yeah.
Your pet, my wife has a Shih Tzu. I put this in everything. You give her $1 million, she is not going to sell that Shih Tzu. It's just not going to happen. It's her pet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And most people that have pets, it's your pet. It's like your kid. You can't. There's not a price for it. So if you can't separate your pets from your breeding stock, you'll never make it in this game. And what ends up happening is a lot of people end up having dogs that they know isn't going to make it, but they can't get rid of it because they have an emotional tie to it.
Yeah.
And then they're stuck with a whole bunch of dogs that really, so if you can't make that separation, you'll never be able to progress in the bully game.
Yeah, definitely. That's an interesting thing. I've never heard anybody actually say that since I've been doing this show. So quite interesting. I hope everybody's picking up notes. We're gonna open up the lines as soon as I'm gonna ask a few questions, obviously, and as soon as it's done, then you guys can send in the questions. Because I see a lot of you. I see a couple of you already asking questions. Then we're gonna open up the lines for the questions, and everybody can ask the questions and everything. So. Okay, so then you got into the razor style type of dogs and everything, and then is this when you get into?
I got into the razor. Well, I liked the razor style type of dogs.
Yeah. But
I didn't like the razor style personality.
Oh, okay.
Because I like working dogs. So I like gray line dogs. When I throw a ball, it fetches, it jumps in water, it hangs from a rope.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember, I'm a pit bull guy.
Yeah.
I became a bully guy, but my heart is a pit bull guy. It's like that's my foundation. Yeah. So it's like the Razor's Edge dogs didn't have drive for me.
Yeah.
But I like the way they're a little bit more boxier, So then I started picking up some Razor's Edge dogs. I got some stuff from True Tank. Because short shot that time, I liked short shot and so forth. And then I lucked up and came across Remy. That wasn't something that I planned. That wasn't something that, I investigated. That wasn't something that, I'm this super freaking dog picker outer. That just happened to be me being in the right place at the right time. Yeah. And I got the right dog.
Yeah. Can you just hit me up again? Call me up again. I'm losing your line a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Just call me up again. Just give me a sec. We're going to get him back on the line. I see his line was a bit bad, so I'm just going to get him nicely. Just give me a sec. Everybody good? Everybody good? Let's get the homie back on. Let's get him. There we go. Yeah. I think you're good now.
Okay.
Sweet. So then you got Remy, and then now,
right? So
where's your mind frame at this point?
So primarily, what happened? I came up with Remy, and I mean I could go into a whole detail and stuff, but like you said, there's a lot of stories and a lot of shows that kind of goes into it. So I'm kind of giving you the trailer version of what kind of happened. So primarily, I got Remy, man, and it's when you have a dog, it either has the it factor or it doesn't. Doesn't mean it's not going to be a great dog. And I'll give you a case in point. Michael Jordan has the it factor. Yeah. Right? But Magic Johnson, all these other great players are also great.
Yeah.
But there's only certain greatness that has the it factor.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of
Okay.
sense.
Doesn't mean you can't. Doesn't mean you can't be successful.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So the it factor that Remy had, that it's when you saw him, you went home and he changed your life.
Yeah.
Now, this might sound crazy and this might sound on Fabian in some spiritual bullshit or whatever, but I lived it, so I could speak on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you came to my yard and you went home, he changed your life in some asset. It might not even be in a dog situation.
Mm-hmm.
You might have just went home and said, "Oh my God, I've never seen something like that." You might have went home and never kissed your wife for 2 weeks, and you went home and kissed whatever. He just did something that just had an effect on you.
Yeah.
So when people always ask me to describe Remy, I always tell them is just picture the closest thing in a dog that is perfect.
Yeah.
In other words, if Remy's tail was a little bit longer, he wouldn't have been Remy.
Yeah.
If his head was a little bit bigger, he wouldn't have been Remy.
Yeah.
Everything on that dog was perfect, from the nails, from the attitude, from the color.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that time, people were into blues. I need a blue dog. Back then, they were called grays.
Yeah. Remy
comes with this mahogany, reddish type of fawn color.
Yeah.
So it was just, he just had that it factor. But what made him impressive was when you saw him and you heard him bark.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a guy that pulls up in a motorcycle and he revs it up at the light. He ain't got to rev the damn thing up, but you want to hear that. It just feels good. When you saw Remy, he would rev up, and any dog man, any true dog man, they just like that. They're like, yeah, that's like a dog,
Yeah.
So he brought that to the table. So it was kind of like I was just more of a person that was able to recognize what I had and be able to channel it in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, your dog either got it or it don't got it.
Yeah.
A lot of dogs, if you notice, are hot. Like this is the next big thing, but their longevity is only about a year.
Yeah.
A LeBron James is 17 years. 17 years that fool is in the league, dominating. There's a difference from LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? But then you have guys like a Carmelo Anthony, great. You had got, all these, they were great, but they're not a LeBron James. It is what it is,
Yeah, definitely. So now, like, everybody is doing bloodlines, but obviously doing it way different from what you are doing it. What made you decide that you're gonna start a bloodline from one dog and call it like a one dog, one line thing? How did that come about?
Well, yeah, so the one dog, one line came up because it was literally when everybody saw Remy's offsprings, they were like, man, that's a Remy pup.
Yeah.
That's a Remy pup. That's a Remy pup. So I did an interview one time and I said, bloodlines, people that look at pedigrees, that's important because you could see the bloodline, right?
Yeah.
But if a person can recognize you, does it matter what your bloodline is?
Yeah.
So let's say you have brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guarantee if you and your brothers and sisters walk out in public, they could recognize you and say, hey man, you're so-and-so kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's without seeing your parents.
Yeah.
You didn't have to show them your papers.
No.
So a bloodline to me is a recognizable trait.
Yeah.
It's something that someone could see and be like, look, that comes from so-and-so.
Yeah.
That comes from so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to show you a paper. So people get in there, they get themselves, they're like, well, I've been, you have to have 4 generations of this and, and 5 generations on my yard and blah, 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 blah. That is true. That's the actual true factual way of having a bloodline.
Yeah.
But for me, I could care less about that because I could have 4 or 5 different generations in my bloodline,
Mm-hmm.
but if the dog don't look like what people recognize, it means absolutely nothing. It's like the basketball player at the park that's better than Michael Jordan. It don't matter, dude. You're not in the NBA.
Yeah.
You're not recognized. Nobody knows you. You know.
Yeah.
So what made One Dog One Line was like, look, when you see a puppy, you knew that was a Remy pup.
Yeah.
One dog, one line.
Line.
Period.
That was it.
When you get a Remy line dog and it doesn't look like a Remy line dog, then it's not a Remy line dog. That's somewhat that took the mother side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want the mother side. You want look like Remy, one dog, one line.
Yeah.
We move one way, we bark one way. I want a Remy. So
Yeah.
that's how one dog, one line. And it's so funny. I didn't realize that, but that to me, I could be biased.
Mhm.
That's the hardest line in the game. Period. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me, no one could tell me there's another line or slogan that is harder than one dog, one line. That's hard.
Yeah. That is what it is. So then,
You know?
did you ever get, like you just said now that you had like some, like you just said now, if it looks like the mom, did you ever get those cases when you bred and then they looked more than the mom sometimes?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
had some, but majority of the time he was so dominant.
Mhm.
He was so dominant that he was going to dominate the breeding.
Yeah.
But yes, of course. But if you had 10 puppies, 7 of them are going to look like him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And then
Yeah,
the
he was just
others, so it's just your luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
Okay, great. So then, you then start doing clothing and kennel clubs and all of that.
Right.
Like then, like you like the marketing genius of like bullies now at this point. Like, what made you like just decide? I'm gonna take it to the next level and do this thing like
Well-
real different.
Well, the clothing line, which was called Blue Sage,
Yeah.
and the name Blue Sage came up because Blue was Remy's dad's
Dad,
name and Sage
yeah.
was Remy's mom's name.
Yeah.
So I came up with Blue Sage. And the reason why I came up with that is there's only 2 things in the world that shows expression, that a person could express who they are.
Mhm.
One is music
Mhm.
and the other is fashion.
Mhm.
If I want to see what a person's into, I could tell, is he a hip hop style? Is he a surfer style? Is he
Yeah.
a redneck? Is he a whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Whatever,
I could
yeah.
tell just by fashion. So not everybody is into dogs,
Yeah.
but I knew I had something special, so when I came with when you wore Blue Sage, you felt like a Remy. You understood it was like the best clothing lines come from the streets. The best clothing lines doesn't come from something, it comes from something real from the streets, whether
Yes.
it's like rock or what, what I'm saying, it comes from the streets. So Blue Sage, when you wore Blue Sage, it represented a dog that's in the streets that is worldwide known. So it wasn't like you're rocking something that nobody heard about. It was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, Blue Sage. Oh shoot, that's the parents of Remy. Who's Remy? Oh, Remy. I didn't know that. Oh, I like this gear. It has meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that to me was huge. That was something really huge. I had Ray J rocking that. I had Tyrese rocking that. I mean, that was going to be, to me, my greatest accomplishment. Unfortunately, I went through a divorce, and then all that stuff kind of crumpled down from that.
Oh, yeah.
But that thing was about to really, really take off, man.
Yeah, you had big guys wearing it, man. Yeah.
Like I mean, real talk,
Yeah.
There's actually a picture of Ray J in a car that I didn't take. TMZ took it. Of Ray J in the car leaning over to little Kim. He was like dating her at the time.
Yeah.
And you can see the big old Blue Sage in the thing. And it's so funny. Somebody sent me the picture. I'm like, oh shit. Like, who gave him that? Like, where'd he get that from? Because I didn't sell it to him.
Yeah.
And so forth. So that was kind of like a cool. We had the jeans. We had it was a full clothing line. It was pretty dope. So after that, I came up with the Kennel Club.
Yeah.
Which came years later. That came after kind of Remy passed.
Yeah.
It was more of a tribute to him,
Mhm.
and also of I wanted to. I'm sorry, I take that back. I came up with Remy Line Certified.
Oh, you can.
First.
Okay.
Remy Line Certified was primarily certifying that you really have a Remy. Like you said, some of them might not look like Remy. Then I couldn't certify it. I'm like, nah, you can't be a Remy unless you look like Remy, you know. So you didn't get the certification. You got denied, even though it might have came from Remy. You got denied. Isn't that bad? That's kind of racist if I think about it now. You got denied, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I came up with that. And then the actual RKC came up after Remy passed.
Yeah.
It was my tribute to him, and also I wanted to. I wasn't really happy with the different registries where it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah. So
I wanted to kind of create something a little bit more tailor made to for the dogs.
Yeah. Fantastic. And then so I was watching one of your interviews, and then you said something about the dogs having like a particular type of attitude and stuff like that from Remy. And then one of the people, when I said I'm going to do the interview, asked me that I should ask you, were the dogs aggressive or were they just like had a
no?
cool
So
personality?
it's called so we call it Remy Fire.
Yeah.
So Remy Line dogs. Remy Line. Tell Fabian what's up. I said hello.
Okay, sweet.
Remy Line Fire was the term that we came up with because Remy dogs were male dominant.
Yeah.
Love puppies, love females, other males. It just isn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Love people, love children. Like you never heard of a Remy dog just go and bite someone. Now, if it bit someone, it's because that person probably shouldn't have been doing, or they might have been breaking up a fight.
Oh, yeah,
you know.
or something, yeah.
So there's a difference of they have aggression, but it's not. They're not aggressive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you say.
You know. So yeah. So there is aggression. Like you could have two Remy pups or two male pups as puppies grow up, but as soon as that Remy dog turns about 9 months and you realize that's another male, you can't keep them together.
Yeah.
But you could keep them together with any females, any puppies and stuff.
Yeah.
Other males that are intact,
nah,
you're in for a long day.
Yeah, it's got that Remy flair. And then
you got that. Yeah.
There was something.
And that's something. That's something I didn't want to breed out. I always feel if I'm gonna have a big dog, I want to protect her. I don't want a dog that's gonna show the crooks where the jewelry is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want a dog that's gonna be like, yo, you got a decision to make. You either gonna see what I'm about, or turn around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then, there was something you spoke about that you said something about on one of your interviews that I was watching about you getting lost in the money, and you also having being part of this thing that was a problem as well, and then eventually having to realize that, look, this is not the way and so forth. Could you go a little bit in detail with that topic right there?
So as the game changed and so forth, I kind of found myself, chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
And I was going more into different styles of dogs. The problem was for me, is when you chase the dollar and not chase your heart or passion, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, So I was producing dogs and making money.
Yeah.
But it wasn't giving me the satisfaction because I knew what I was producing was not what I represent. Yeah. And I probably let a lot of people down when I made that shift, and it's one of the things in my life I probably will always regret. It happened, and that's when I just realized, nah, this isn't who you are, dude. You're not about this, And it wasn't like I needed money. I'm not like, we always got food in our fridge, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a point in my life where I made a decision to try something that I wasn't true about. And it was so funny when I was posting up or trying to promote it, you know, I promote with my heart because that's what I'm about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's easy for me to talk about it because I'm like, yo, boom, because this is who I am. I was promoting that and I'm like, yeah, you know, but it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, sit your ass down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I couldn't even put my passion behind it, you know, and that was probably one of the lowest. That would have been my lowest achievement in my life in the dog world, you know. But you know, we grow, we make mistakes,
Exactly.
and hopefully people moved on from it and forgive me. If not, there's nothing I could do about it. But I mean, I can man up and say it was just a mistake.
Yeah, and
I
they
did
can
my
learn from you as well.
yeah.
And what kind of
Correct.
advice would you give somebody? Let me just give you a round of applause for bringing that up, you know, and being honest about it and whatever. So shout out, man. Shout
That's
out.
cool.
But then I just want to know then, like, I'm sure there's like a couple of people out there maybe going through the same thing and maybe they don't realize it or something like that. What advice would you have for them if somebody is like going through a similar type of thing? You know what I mean? And they probably don't
Well,
recognize or something like that.
well, the thing is, there's two type of breeders we have, right?
Yeah.
There's two type of breeders. You have breeders that truly love the dogs and want to breed beautiful dogs.
Yeah.
Then you have breeders that just breed for money.
Yeah.
So you have to identify yourself of who you truly are. And if you just want to breed for money, hey man, that's your thing. Cool. Own it.
Yeah.
That way you don't care if you produce a one-legged dog that quacks like a duck. You know, that's fine. That's because that one-legged dog that quacks like a duck, you could sell for $30,000. Hey, I respect it because that's what you're about. Okay.
Yeah. You scammed in one.
If you're a breeder that says, hey, I want to produce beautiful dogs, you know, stay true to that, because what's going to happen is at the end of the day, and like I said, is I don't care, or it doesn't even matter to me what other people's religion is or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, at the end of the day, you're creating something that has life. Doesn't matter if you're creating an ant. You're bringing into the world something that has life. And every time you bring something into the world that has life, you have to answer to it.
Yeah.
So your answer might be jail. It might be millions of dollars. It might be love. Whatever it is, but you're gonna answer to that. So if you're bringing something into life that you know in your heart is not right, you know what I'm saying? If you know it's not right, and you continue to do it, your answer that you're gonna get in the long run will never satisfy what you're looking for. Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So my advice to your question was, what is my advice? My advice is find out what you're really trying to do, and try to produce the best version of that, because your answer to that will always be something you could live with and close your eyes and be proud about.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, when you have, you know, I have kids, and all parents want is to be able to brag about their children. Every parent has kids that some of them are just not right. You know what they do? They keep quiet. They don't say shit. When people are talking about their kids, they don't be like, well, my kid. They just kind of sit there like this, like, please don't ask me about so-and-so. Please don't ask me about, because why? Because that's something they brought into the world that they cannot stick their chest about.
Yeah.
So if you bring something into the world, you can't stick your chest out and be like, look, I produced that. Bam. If you have to hide it because you're ashamed of it, then you know you're not doing something that you feel is right.
Yeah. Let's give you a horn, my nigga. It's a great advice.
I felt like I won a game. I felt like I won a game show prize with that horn. Right?
It's real advice. We gotta give you the horn. This one guy asked the question a while ago, so I'm just gonna put it up on the screen. I'm sure you see it, and then you can answer that.
Man, you kind of could put me in trouble with that one. But I will honestly say what my favorite breeding would be my first breeding, which was Remy and Bella.
Remy and
that produced Big Nasty, that produced Little Remy,
Mhm.
that produced Headquarters. It produced Foundation Females. It was my first breeding. It was like, it was for me it was epic because everything I expected from that breeding happened.
Yeah. And then do you think you ever gonna come back and breed like one top class bully or something?
Um, I the my style of dogs
Mhm.
is not in fashion anymore.
Yeah.
So when I breed now, I breed, if I'm breeding bullies, like it's more for myself or for some private parties.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's kind of like you. It's kind of like people saying, "Hey Jay, you gonna come back out again?" And you're looking at, and the amigos are looking at you like, "You're gonna bring." We'll give them the respect
Yeah.
and so forth. But
Yeah.
come on, Jay, you ain't on this Roddy Rich. You ain't on this, the baby. You ain't on all this type of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, you got to know when it's time to come off the stage. You got to know when, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I had my time. I left my mark, and I could come and do some appearances. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I might come and do a throwback. Let me sell a throwback album here.
Yeah.
But I have to try to come back out and be Remy line.
Nah.
It's just there no more. It's just, that style is just not there no more. But what I can tell you is what I get a lot of
Mhm.
is a lot of people search for the Remy line
Mhm.
to kind of help clean up
Yeah.
where it's at.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how in music you go and sample. You go
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, Tupac, can I take a sample from your song
Mhm.
to put in my song?
Yeah.
Because I need to kind of just,
Clean it up a bit and bring it
clean
back
it
a
up a
little
little
bit.
bit."
Just give people
Right,
some nostalgia
exactly.
a bit, you know. I feel
Exactly.
you.
So I get a lot of people that say, "Hey, I need a little dash of that Remy. I lost the drive. I lost some head structure,
Mhm.
whatever it is." I get a lot of that, and
Yeah.
I'm happy for that. I think that's just where I should be, and that's where the Remy line should be.
Yeah, most definitely. So Fabian basically said old homies know when to step down. That's what he said. Don't be hating, because
No, I just,
I see them tweeting, I see them, finger warriors. The older guys always upset at the new guys, but it is what it is. We will come back and get some samples, throw it in there,
no.
and then we,
I mean,
yo,
the new stuff, and the new dogs. Honestly,
Mhm.
there's some really really nice stuff out there. It's really cool to see it and so forth.
which stuff you
But at
like?
the end of the day, yeah, the end of the day, man, is produce healthy dogs.
Exactly.
Is produce healthy dogs. The game has gone to where it's money first, dog second. I would hope it would come back to where it's dog first, money second. That probably will never happen.
Yeah.
But but it's you have to kind of put the dog first now, because now the money is taking over so much that people are just
Exactly.
buying anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking anything,
Yeah.
like for crazy price, because that's where it's at. But you got to respect it. That's just kind of where
Of course.
the millenniums are right now.
Yeah. Let me tell everybody, y'all can send your questions through now. You can send through a couple of questions. I have already started reading them, so I'm just gonna continue with them and stuff. There's one homie here that asked the question also, if you got any frozen semen off the homie.
I have one breeding for myself.
Yeah.
And I actually, it's so funny. I have a female that I'm waiting to come in heat. Her name is Tomboy.
Mm-hmm.
That and she's some of the new school stuff, but more my style of the new school stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I plan to breed Remy to her.
Wow, that's gonna be great. You mind send me a picture, and then I'm a
I will. When I
of a
when I
female?
do the breeding, I'll definitely put it up, because I definitely would like a Remy son.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm doing the Frenchies now, but I would like to have one big dog at the house.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Speaking of the Frenchies, I saw you got this big gremlin-looking Frenchie, man. When I posted it out, people were like, "Yo, is that a Frenchie?" Is that the way it looks so
Yeah,
great,
no,
man?
yeah.
Got big head.
That's Yeti, man. He's actually a micro. which is the smaller version of Frenchies.
Oh, okay. So they got
I never
that too.
thought. Yeah, I never thought I would be into Frenchie. Dude, it's amazing. It's so funny. You don't know where your life is gonna go. But I miss the dogs. I really, really miss the dogs when I kind of stepped away.
Yeah.
And the world is getting smaller to where having big dogs is very hard, especially in California.
Yeah.
I don't live out in country. I live in Venice Beach, which is the beach area. So we don't really have land,
Yeah.
And I just started looking at the Frenchies, man, and they're cool little dogs, man. They're like, it's a total different vibe. I'm kind of like in a different place in my life where I'm more, in my Remy line days, it was like, go hard, Remy, and I'm me against the world, and boom, I'm pushing and rah, 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 and who, bring it, you get to the stage in your life where it's like, okay, I did that. That was cool. I kind of now want to just relax and move at my own. As you see, my hair's grown out. I'm a lot more laid back. And
more shaggy.
Yeah. Just more. But see, what I wanted to see is I wanted to see if I could build from all the knowledge I have. If I could build what I built with Remy line, not build Remy line.
Yeah, of course.
But build something in that vicinity in the Frenchie style, because if anything I do know, I know a good dog when I see a good dog.
Yeah.
That I will go up against anybody with that. I could tell you hitter or not hitter. That I know. I just, and that's one of those things, you either know it or you don't know it. You could kind of learn to see it, but certain things are just, you just kind of, it's just all about feel. It's all about, it's you can't teach it. It's just it's just feel and look, and just you're seeing the dog more than what other people are seeing, because you're looking at that dog and you're seeing movement that they're not seeing, and I can't explain that unless you kind of have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's my job when I see that to be able to now show the world. Let me show you what I'm seeing, because you guys are seeing a dog. Now, you might say, well, he's just a marketing genius. He's just a marketer and he's just going to market it. Well, call it what you want. But it's my job to now show the regular person, look, this is just a regular dog to you. But I'm going to show you what I was seeing in this dog, because I live with this dog. I eat with this dog. Yeah. This dog is my family's dog. We're going to give you a touch of what this dog brings to us. So I'm excited in building Tiny But Mighty Kennels. It's going to have a little Remy line flair to it, because I always find myself sometimes with that Remy line attitude when I'm promoting him. And I have to say, whoa, Fabe, this isn't a Remy line type of thing. This is a whole different. So it's a nice place to be. I'm taking my time. I'm picking up some females. And this time next year when I'll be doing my breedings is when I'm like super excited to be like, bam, bam, and bam, and just hit him, bam, and hit him, hit him, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, I'll post up a few of them when you post them. I'll post them up. Sweet. Let's go to the next question. You see it on the screen, yeah?
Yeah. What would you do differently to better dogs that you have now? From the first Remy breedings. The first Remy breedings, I wouldn't change anything, because to me, the first generations of Remy was, to me, some of his best. When the breeding started getting too tight, 10 times Remy, 7 times Remy, and so forth, you weren't getting the real Remy. So what I would do different now was just say, look, you just need to have Remy in there once or twice. Stay away from a lot of times Remy, because the more you kept stacking it, it was taken away from all the goodness that was coming.
Yeah. So less stacking it up and stuff. Too much.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Correct.
And we got the next question over there from Roman.
Yes, I do. So there's a lot of nice exotic stuff out there.
Yeah.
And yes, I do have a couple different sons. I have different sons of Remy straws that I would and will. I just haven't really put some time into it. One of my favorite Remy sons was Melon. So not Melon, his Melon, which was a Jack's son, but he was the first double Remy breeding. A Remy son to a Remy daughter, and I got Melon. I have his straws and stuff. So yes, to answer your question.
Fantastic. Well, the next question is pretty much, you pretty much answered it because you said your all-time favorite.
Yeah.
Remy son.
So my favorite Remy son of all time, I have like 3, man. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably say Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta show me that one. I don't know which one it is.
He's the blue one. He's the blue and white. I have a picture of him and Remy standing next to each other at my house.
Oh, okay, fantastic. We got another question from the homie over here.
I agree with you on that, man. RKC, to me, was the only registry that really gave ABKC a true competition. The registry is actually still around. People are still registering their dogs. The problem that I had with the RKC is people kept thinking it was a Remy line registry, even though we told them it's not a Remy line registry.
Yeah.
And then the second problem I kind of had with that was the fact that I kind of lost faith in it because people, the whole registry thing, it's just, I couldn't deal with the fakeness of is like we support when we're winning, but we won't support when we're losing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So kind of like it just got to the point. The registry is still around. People still send in their papers and they still get registered and so forth. It just hasn't been any shows and stuff. I have a couple international folks that's been trying for me to come and have it built over there. I just have to really kind of sit down because it to me was one of the biggest movements also. And I think it was the only one that gave ABKC a true fear of taking over in the bully registry.
Yeah. So it was pretty big, yeah? Pretty big. So would you say that Remy was like I think like the most popular dog of all time?
I wouldn't say I think Remy was the most worldwide loved dog for being a dog.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dogs that are popular, but they're popular because they're better money makers, or they might have looked better or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Remy was loved because of what he stood for, man. One dog, one line. He went against, he did it his way. He wasn't a follower. A lot of these dogs, I wouldn't say are true trendsetters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remy, when everybody was joining cliques and when everybody was you had to be part of this group or this gang or whatever, Remy was like, nah, I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm gonna build my own clique. I'll build my own gang. I'll build my own following, So it was like, I said in my interview, in the One Dog One Line interview, I said the difference between Remy and everybody else is when you look at everybody else's bloodline, they're all gonna tell you a different story.
Yeah.
When you look at a Remy and a Remy liner, we all talking the same story. Why? Because we're talking about one dog.
Yeah, it's one dog. Makes sense.
When you talk about Dax, people weren't breeding to make Dax.
Yeah.
People were breeding to make dogs that are better than Dax or have Dax type of qualities.
Yeah.
People weren't trying to make dogs better than Remy. People were trying to breed to make Remy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's a strong. That's when you really think about it. How many people can you say was breeding to make a dog look like Dax, or make a dog look like Miyagi, or make a dog look like Gotti? Nah. The only person I know they wanted their dog to look like Remy. It's like, hey, he looks like Remy, right? They weren't like, this is a Remy dog. It's like, hey, he looks just like Remy, doesn't he, Fabe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the difference.
Yeah, that's crazy. Doesn't that blow your mind that it's just a dog and all this stuff is popping
it
from just one dog. From just one.
yeah, yeah. In the beginning, it used to blow my mind. It used to be like, babe, like there's people flying in from the world to come and see our dog that's in the backyard. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that used to blow my mind. But then I realized the one thing, there's certain things put in this world, in this earth, you know, to unify things. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain things that, and it could be through a dog, it could be through a child, it could be through a minister, it could be through a doctor, whatever. There's just certain things, you know, and I just think he was put on this earth because look at this, at the end of the day, you're in South Africa, and you didn't call me because, hey, Fabe, you seem like a great guy. You call me because Remy. Think about it. The dog's been dead. The dog's been dead forever.
For a long time.
Talk about Remy, and we're having a great conversation about something that most people that are now around don't even know who this dog is, but they heard the name.
Yeah, and
that's great.
For instance, like I also only started like breeding like probably like 2 years now or something, and then
so
like I wasn't even around at that time. I was like a
Correct.
baby, but then as I come in, I hear about this when I'm doing my research and stuff, and I'm trying to look at dogs
Correct.
so I can do my thing correctly, and then I'm like, oh, Remy line and everything. Then I watched that like one dog, one line thing as well, and I was like, this guy's crying over a dog. This must be serious. This must be serious, you know.
Right.
And then I'm like, yeah, this guy. Then I went into it, you know, and I'm all the way on top of that.
But
so
it's
crazy.
You know, so funny when I shot that documentary, which is crazy.
Yeah.
When I shot that documentary, and they showed it to me, and I saw that crying scene, I was like, nah, take that shit out, man. And to be honest, that crying scene
was the most important,
was the biggest important part because I got so many emails saying, dude, I felt you. I felt you because I know I'm going through the same thing with my family, with my dog. And it's like, it's so funny because that crying scene, and that's why I said is all that was organic. None of that was scripted. We got in the car and drove, and it's like, this is what's like those speeches those people gave, that was not here. They wrote down a day before to read it. They sat there, bam, camera on, and if you look at the, you know, it's like,
it's very raw.
I thought it was kind of
yeah.
But I'll tell you something real quick. It was so funny. This happened. Was it this year?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was this year or last year. So I was on, because you know, it happened during COVID.
Yeah.
So we're locked down at the house, right? And I'm on Amazon Prime, you know, and I'm searching through Amazon Prime to find a movie or so forth. And I don't know what I typed in, but boom, one dog, one line comes up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who stole my slogan, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't know that my documentary was on freaking Amazon Prime, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, babe, I said, come check TV out. She's like, what? I'm like, type in one dog, one line, right? And when it popped up, I was sitting back there like, damn, that's Amazon Prime,
crazy.
You know, like, like anybody, even if somebody accidentally did it, you know? So to me, I think I'm having a bragging moment. So let me just have this moment real quick.
No, you should. It's fine. That's why we got you on the show anyway.
Right. I was just sitting on my couch, and I was just like, dang, I remember when I did that documentary, and I haven't watched that documentary in years.
Yeah.
I mean, years, you know, because it's been like 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
So I sat down, I watched it, and I said to myself, damn, like, you were really going hard back then, Faye. Like, shit. like, you know. So it was kind of refreshing. That was kind of cool to have a little flashback moment. Like, you don't realize how hard you're going when you're trying to build something because you're in it.
Yeah.
But when you step outside and you look at it, it's like, wow, there's a lot of moving parts. And then I started listening to the stuff I was saying, and I was able to put myself in that time thing, and it was just like, wow, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of subliminal messages in that show that if you're in the game, you understand who I was talking about, what I was talking about, and who I was beefing with, who I wasn't beefing with. You know, there's a lot of subliminal stuff that's going on in there, which is crazy.
Fantastic. So we got another
Yeah.
question over here. You check it out.
I think the Gaudy Blood was the best click for him.
The best. Okay.
Which kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That came from the gray line strand, but you got dogs like Cell Block, Sledgehammer, Pokemon. That's all that mixture. Some of the best dogs. I think that mixture is just phenomenal.
Fantastic. And we got another question over here.
I think breeding for color is the most dumbest thing ever in the history of breeding. I think you got to build a structure first. Once you build the structure and of the style you like, then you bring the color in. You're breeding for color. That's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, you had Remy who wasn't like blue, and blue was like obviously
Correct.
big at the time, but he still managed to be pretty big and hold his own at that time.
Right.
And then you had Dex as well, who's black and white. He's not blue either.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, once you see a beautiful dog, when a dog is beautiful, the color is not going to make a difference.
Exactly.
Now,
I've never looked at a
color,
dog and then saw the color. I was like, oh man, I need to get this dog because of this color or whatever. It just looks beautiful because it's a beautiful dog.
For sure.
Yeah.
Breeding for color is more of a money. You're breeding for money, which is fine.
Yeah.
But if you want but breeding for color, that should be it should always be health first, like personality and health.
Yeah.
Structure second, color third.
Definitely. So health first, structure second, and then what did you say is the last one?
Color.
Yeah, last one is color. So if you like it enough, then you can add some color. If not,
Right,
then just
right.
leave it.
Right,
I'm just
exactly.
getting to the other questions quickly. What did you say? Parker, Remy, half, and Nemesis. Well, okay, cool. This guy's just saying. Okay, cool. Here's another question.
That's pretty much a matter of opinion. If it's killing the gene pool, it all depends on what side of the fence you are. For the side I'm on, I'm still more into a working dog, so it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I think Dax is a really, really cool dog. I like the Dax stuff, and Miyagi has some good stuff too. So I really can't say it's killing the gene pool. It all depends on what side of the fence you stand. So if you stand on a certain side, yes, it is. If you stand on another side, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Me personally, I personally don't. I tried that style of breeding and it wasn't for me. So that's why I came back home to the stuff that I like.
Oh, fantastic. And then we got another question over there.
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
Pokemon was actually my dog that I sold to Sylvia.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
My daughter named the dog Pokemon. My daughter actually named that dog Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. No wonder I had such a name. Cool name. We got another guy. He said to me that you are his inspiration. So just give him a shout out that day.
Oh yeah, that's Ryan Davis. I mean, he reached out to me, wanted to get little pointers, and I'm looking forward to mentoring him. I don't have all the answers. I only could kind of give him answers from my knowledge, but look out for him. He seems like a really nice kid.
Yeah. He's out here in South Africa. He told me, he's like, yo, man, you did the interview with Fabian, man. I love that guy, man. He's my inspiration and everything. I was like, yo, why don't I just put you on the show with him and you have a chat? And he's like, no, I'm not ready. So I was like, I'll just let him give you a shout out then.
No doubt.
So if you got any more questions, send through your last questions. We're gonna be ending this soon, so send them through. Yeah. And there's another question from Romain.
It says, what blood do you not recommend mixing with? Now, mixing what with? Like, which bloods are we talking about?
I'm guessing he's talking about Remy.
I definitely, if you're going to do Razor's Edge with Remy, you have to really do the old stuff. The newer Razor's Edge stuff I didn't like. Because you gotta remember, Remy is a Razor's Edge dog.
Yeah.
So you're just stacking Razor's Edge upon Razor's Edge.
Yeah.
So I like the older stuff, Razor's Edge.
Okay.
but the newer stuff I didn't. I know I saw a Remy to that Magoo stuff, and that which I guess is like that's like Dax stuff, but it's a little bit more outcrossed. That actually hit really nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
Nice. So Magoo and Remy worked out
Yeah,
really nice.
the Remy and Dax actually hits nice if you get the good Dax stuff.
Yeah.
They had a dog named G Train, which was really nice off
Yeah.
of that. Soul Train, beautiful dog, But you
Yeah.
gotta really know, you gotta really get the right side of it.
Yeah. Fantastic, fantastic. Anybody got more questions? Send them through before I close up. I see you all sending them around. Let me see what he's saying over here. There's another. Yeah.
I really don't follow him.
So you
I
don't
really
know
can't say
that.
nothing bad about the guy. Him. I've never had any issues.
Yeah.
But I really don't. I don't follow him. I try not to follow too many people that just seems to that always have an opinion or is always talking.
Yeah.
It's like everybody, we all have an opinion and so forth. So it's
Of
like,
course.
to me, unless you're asked the question, there's a lot of guys, a lot of them that just get on live and they want to talk, and it's like,
Yeah.
so. But I can't really say anything bad about the guy. I don't
Yeah.
really have a relationship with him like that. He
Did
seems
you guys have
like a
stuff
cool
like that
cat.
back in the day? Like where people would just like
Um,
come up and talk shit.
Yeah, I mean, so him and I go way back. We've done some breeding. Him and I personally do some breeding together, but I've bred to some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
I met him a couple times. Like I said, I've never really had any
Yeah.
issues with the guy. I see that he, people like him, don't like him, but I really
Whatever.
can't speak on him because I don't really know him too well.
Yeah, we got a compliment for you.
Well, thank you. I mean, so you're catching me in my older days. When I was a little young whippersnapper boy, I'd be like, Remy line this, one dog, one line.
So you would
I'm
say,
like, "Arr," and
you would
I'd hit
then
him-
say,
I'd hit him
if
with
this is the
Remy,
case,
with the Remy, I'd hit
that-
him with the Remy all the time.
that when you're younger,
Thank
that's what it
appreciate
is.
that.
You just have more energy, man. It's not that you like
Yeah,
an angry person or anything. You just got energy and you're
Right.
passionate about what you're doing. So when you're younger,
No
you're just
doubt.
gonna end up doing that, But then when you calm, cool,
right, for
Fabian,
sure,
you got the Frenchies.
for sure.
And then
Yeah.
it's chill.
You get a Frenchie will slow your ass down real quick.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh yeah.
For sure.
Let me see, what is this? Oh, okay. I think it's like a exercise question that we got over there. Here we go.
So I used to rollerblade Remy. I have a couple of videos of me running.
Yeah, I
with
saw
him
one of those.
pulling. Yeah, I used to do that a lot. But see, I don't believe in just having dogs as kennels. If you have dogs at kennels, they all should be walked.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily for me, my dogs stayed in kennels, but every morning I pop them kennels and let their ass just wear their ass out. Then they go back in their kennels. But the best exercise is throwing a ball, letting them run and get it. Or if you can't even do that, just walk your dog, man,
Yeah,
which works
walking
for
is
you
pretty
and works
easy.
for him.
Yeah, walking
So-
doesn't require too much.
Right. So I did, but for Remy, I did I rollerblade with him whilst he pulled me in the rollerblade.
Fantastic. We got another question. Funny one, but yeah.
No, it's kind of funny. Is I thought it was kind of insane when I was seeing people popping all over the world, like with Remy line tattoos, and
Yeah.
but I guess it was a nice honor. But no, I didn't. That just kind of became something that became real popular. It was kind of like on a show that I'm official Remy liner, and they would get like the or
Oh, I just lost you
When-
there. Can you call me back? Sweet. Yeah, hit me up back. Hit up if you got any more questions. I'm gonna be ending the questions. Hit me up, send them through right now. If you got any more, we're gonna just hit up Fabian and ask him the last few questions I'm gonna read up. If you got anything, send it through. There we go. Yeah, we lost that whole part.
yeah. So what I was saying is a lot of times when I saw people that put a tattoo in their hand. I thought I was like, wow, that was pretty insane,
Yeah.
But I realized it was their way of showing their respect, and that's the other thing when you ask that one question. The one thing I've never seen so many people tattoo Remy line or Remy in all the other bloodlines. I've never seen worldwide that happen.
Yeah.
But it was just a way of being part of just the movement, the same as the salute, it's the same as when you salute. That was just your way of showing respect that, hey, I ride with the one dog, one line, and it didn't have to be for Remy, but you just like the principle of like, hey, I'm my own man. This is my thing. I want to do it my way. And I believe in one dog, one line.
Fantastic.
So your answer to the question is no, you didn't have to get a tattoo, but I didn't mind if you did.
Do you have one? Did you get one?
I know exactly. That's right. There, do you have one? That's the question.
So did you have one? Did you not get one? What's up? You're not gonna say. Alright, no stress. We got this guy. He's just giving you a shout out, and then we're gonna take it up.
Yes. The people in which is so funny, in Russia and Ukraine, like they're like pushing it hard, and like they have some of the real OG stuff. The guy out there just lost his dog, which was his female, which looked just like Remy. It's like I feel his pain on that.
Yeah.
But yes, man, they're doing a good job. There's a lot of people that still have the original stuff. They're not on Facebook and they're not commercial with it or so forth. But if people that really kind of want it, I can always direct them to who's still breeding the original stuff and so forth.
Yeah. We got one last question. I think he wants to ask you about food, but then he kind of phrased it in a different way. But
so what I always do for my feeding is I'm a sucker, man. I always mix like leftovers with my dog food. If we eat out, all my friends or family or anyone that knows me would be like, save the food because if we go over to Fabe's, we're take it to him. So what I always done is I know, right? So I always mix whatever we ate, the leftovers I would mix with my food. That's why all my dogs always seem kind of real healthy. As a supplements, the only supplement I used to use was the one for the skin. It's called what was it called? It's a new name now. Showstopper. I used to use Showstopper, which used to give a nice coat. But other than that, I just use regular. I mix my food. Not a lot now. It's more kibbles, just like to kind of just give it a little flavor of if we ate curry or if we ate whatever we ate. They would have.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much for giving us your time, man, and answering all the questions. I'm sure all the people are so happy, and the ones I'm gonna upload it on YouTube and everywhere, so people who missed it can check it out and everything. And then I just want to know, you got one last more advice for any upcoming breeders, anything like that, anything you want to say to the people for the last thing as well before you head out, and some advice as well.
I mean, the only advice I could give is find out what your passion is, and also what are you trying to accomplish. Whatever it is. If it's make money, cool, then go out there and make it. If it's to be known in the game, whatever your mission is. And honestly, once you know that, then you could focus on your marketing. Then you could focus on how you want to move. But you can't make moves if you don't even know who you are.
You can continue saying, you gotta keep the flair going like back in the day.
Right. No doubt.
So once you know who you are and what you're going for, do that, and then that's it.
Correct.
And then you'll be successful in what you're doing. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Let me just get my cup refilled. we get refilled out here in Booty Club, and we want to keep it hot happening. Thank you very much for giving us your time. You gave us like an hour plus of your time, and I'm sure your kids or your wife, I'm not sure, must be upset. Like, yo, you gotta spend some time with us. doing a show for a whole hour.
No,
Thank you very much.
They got me
you know,
full time, so they good.
They're good, yeah. Thank you very much. And the people in South Africa, I'm sure, are very appreciative. And we got obviously people, the guys in Russia and whatever on the show. And whoever's going to watch it after again, they'll be very happy to see. And you're a very humble guy and everything. Thank you very much for giving us your notes and and just telling us, your input, man, and everything, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Sweet. Enjoy the rest of your... I don't know, is it still in the morning, right? So enjoy the rest of your day then.
Yep. Okay, but you guys be good.
Okay, sweet. Thank you very much. Peace out.
Bye.
Yo! What's good, everybody's Booty Club TV? You know what it is. Holding low, fresh, baby. Let's do it again. That was another fire interview, baby. Fire, baby. That's what we do up here in Booty Club TV. Fire. All a little fresh Fabian out there, Chichester. He was out there in Cali giving us the info and everything. Let me just read some of the love we got out there. It said, nice interview, loved it. Thank you, Edgeline Booties. It said, Duncan. That's what it is, baby. Thank you very much for everybody that tuned in and got onto the show. We don't just ride out here without having a good time. So we're just going to ride with some hit, baby. That's what it is. It's Booty Club TV, baby. Thank you for joining us. It's your host with the most easy. Let's refill our cups and have a good time, even though it's a Tuesday. You know what it is. Hey. Hey.
Get on my neck. Come here, chick. For the good shit. No mistakes. Mama said I'ma be great. Go back and grill.
Hey.
My kitty tail. Get on my neck. Come here, chick. For the good shit. No mistakes.
Yeah.
Mama said I'ma be great.
Let's go.
Spotlight, 9 out of 9 on my 9. Spotlight, flow like a river at night. They want a piece of the pie. Oof. Ska jag med lilo, ska jag med foto. Samma hit, jag vill inte ut. Peta i bibon, peta i juice. Bati ba peta i sama, gå tagna lut. Get a skirt. Chicken ku she. We putting it work, now we getting paid.
Yo, if you're looking for this music we're playing out here on Bully Club TV, go ahead and check it. Only the loot can make me happy. It's out. Type it in on YouTube or on iTunes, Spotify, whatever it is you use. Put in Only the Loot Can Make Me Happy. Sky Heaven. You're gonna go and check it out. You can get the music that you want to get. That's what it is, man. Gotta support the movement. This is all the music we play out here on Bully Club, baby. Yeah. And this is a new song that just came up by my homie Phantom Steez, Master Beats, and Benny Chill. Super hot. Go and check it out, man. It's hot. Yeah.
I got a drip like a Baptist. I do not practice. Now you can also the best.
Thank you, homie. It is what it is. Bully Club TV, man. We can do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I think on Sunday or something. I hit your Thank you very much, Ron. I hope you saw your idol and you're happy. He gave you a shout out.
Get on my neck. Come here, chick. For the good shit. No mistakes. Mama said I'ma be great.
Yeah, niggas is getting excited. Spotlight, 9 out of 9 on my 9. Spotlight, flow like a river at night. They want a piece of the pie. Yeah, niggas is getting excited. Spotlight, 9 out of 9 on my 9.
Yeah.
Spotlight, flow like a river at night. They want a piece of the pie.
Yeah, homie, you're looking for the song, go ahead and check it out on iTunes. It's out there. Type in Phantom Steez or Must Beats or Benny Chill and check it out. It's called No Mistakes. And then you can go and check out the EP I told you about that's out right there. Only the Loot Can Make Me Happy. That's what it's called. And you go check it out. This is all the songs I play on Bully Club are out there. You can go and check them out, man. Only the Loot Can Make Me Happy. It is what it is. It's Bully Club, baby. Let's play the last one, then we be out, yeah? Let's make it hot, and then we be out. I like the party before we go, man. Gotta make it nice,
I'm just trying to take it, I'm just trying to take it to the old days. We we ride every day. Man, I wish I could take it to the old days. With a vibe, but that drink was a mistake, yeah. Floating up it go, it's a okay. It's a vibe in my crib, we should rotate, yeah. Feeling inside, it's time to get wild. It's so we right, you should come on my side. I'm just trying to take it to the old days.
Go ahead, subscribe and follow to the channel Booty Club Co. on Facebook. And then on Instagram, we got Booty Club _ on YouTube. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube after. It's Booty Club TV, baby. Go ahead and subscribe.
Into the night, you know we break it down. Warning, it's about to get wild. Gumbo we go, yeah, I'm losing my mind. My hoes in the back, smoking cheese, getting high. I wish I could take it to the old days. With a vibe, but that drink was a mistake, yeah. Floating up it go, it's a okay. It's a vibe in my crib, we should rotate, yeah. Feeling inside, it's time to get wild. It's so we right, you should come on my side. I'm just trying to take it to the old days. Bring that vibe up the drink, not a mistake, yeah.
I never listened to what mama used to say. I was riding with the homies. I don't want none of the Hennessy. I'm in love with the codeine. Last time I was in the studio, I've been high for 4 days. Came a long way from no name. Now I'm finna blow like propane. I've been going insane.
Yeah.
All I want is more.
I see you guys on Sunday. We're gonna be talking foundation females. I've been saying we're gonna talk about it, but I never get a time. I'm hoping this Sunday we do it, you know. Foundation females, join me, come in. You guys can even join me in the live. You can discuss with me. We're gonna have a live interactive show and we can talk about it, you know what I mean? We bring out there, talk about everything, man. It is what it is, yeah.
Floating up it go, it's a okay. It's a vibe in my crib, we should rotate, yeah. Feeling inside, it's time to get wild. It's so we right, you should come on my side. I'm just trying to take it to the old days. Bring that vibe of the drink, not a mistake, yeah. I wish I could take it to the
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining in. It's Booty Club TV, baby. Hope you guys enjoyed it and had a good one this time around. It is what it is. Yeah. Your host with the most easy is Booty Club TV, and we are out today, baby. Hope you had a good time. Hey, yeah. I'll see you on Sunday. Foundation females. We'll be talking about breeding back to back. What age to start breeding. We're gonna talk about everything, man. It is what it is. Booty Club TV, baby. I've been out for a while, but I'm back. Let's do it every Sunday. Let's try it, yeah? Yeah, yeah. Sweet.